wire native man them. Thief, they all native man them. Thief, they wire native man them. They wire native man them. Wanna be your government. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't thief election. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't thief election. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't do selection. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't do selection. Magabi yo Fatima, they don't thief election. Mohamed Kone ICS, they don't thief election. Aupa government, they don't thief election. Gentle, Jules Diallo, they don't thief election. Alfaka Victor Fu, they don't thief election. DPRC IRN, they don't thief election. Thief. They don't thief election, they don't thief election. Thief. They don't do selection. They want a witch man them. They don't let Salo. I'm not go thief election. They go thief election. Thief. They go do selection. They go thief election. You are not for back and go. Bye bye. The people entire week. Bye bye. Mother not for back and go. Bye bye. The people ain't fed up with you. Bye bye. All the kill. All the fat. Now you the stress. Now you the vex. You the call on conference. ECOWAS and say they don't tire with you. United Nations say they don't tire with you. Salo people say they don't tire with you. So now for back and go. You not let Salo. You not let the people. You not let the country. You not let the people. They wire now which man them. Are the people there? We not listen to Salo people ever. Then Gaya native man. Now the first lady na Kaika. What you know what you president says? They wire native man them. The soldier man or the policeman the all are the same thing. They wire now which man them. They don't country. They don't thief for money. They don't thief election. I don't believe they don't spoil the country. They don't thief for money. They don't thief election. That man they are not to Salo people. They don't spoil the country. They don't thief for money. They don't do selection. They don't spoil the country, they don't go come on me, they don't do selection. Now this you see. Now we say that we put on the government, but this change no change back. You know my a long time you must go. They're all native man them. They wire native man them. Thief, they all native man them. Thief, they wire native man them. They wire native man them. Wanna be your government. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't thief election. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't thief election. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't do selection. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't do selection. Magabi yo Fatima, they don't thief election. Mohamed Kone ICS, they don't thief election. Aupa government, they don't thief election. Gentle, Jules Diallo, they don't thief election. Alfaka Victor Fu, they don't thief election. DPRC IRN, they don't thief election. Thief. They don't thief election, they don't thief election. Thief. They don't do selection. They want a witch man them. They don't let Salo. I'm not go thief election. They go thief election. Thief. They go do selection. They go thief election. You are not for back and go. Bye bye. The people entire week. Bye bye. Mother not for back and go. Bye bye. The people ain't fed up with you. Bye bye. All the kill. All the fat. Now you the stress. Now you the vex. You the call on conference. ECOWAS and say they don't tire with you. United Nations say they don't tire with you. Salo people say they don't tire with you. So now for back and go. You not let Salo. You not let the people. You not let the country. You not let the people. They wire now which man them. Are the people there? We not listen to Salo people ever. Then Gaya native man. Now the first lady na Kaika. What you know? What you president says? They wire native man. The soldier man or the policeman all are the same thing. They wire now which man them. They don't spoil the country. They don't thief for money. They don't thief election. I don't believe they don't spoil the country. They don't thief for money. They don't thief election. That man they are not to Salo people. They don't spoil the country. They don't thief for money. They don't do selection. don't spoil we country. They don't go come money, they don't do selection. Now this is sing. Now I'm be saying I'm good for you. Then I'm going for change, but you change now I check you back. See, you know my hand. But anyhow, that long time you must come. See, they're all like you find them. They're wire native man them. Thief, they're all native man them. Thief, they're wire native man them. Power they're wire native man them. Wanna be your government. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't thief election. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't thief election. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't do selection. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't do selection. Magabi yo Fatima, they don't thief election. Mame Kona ICS, they don't thief election. Aupa government, they don't thief election. Gentle, Jules Diallo, they don't thief election. Alphaka Victor Fu, they don't thief election. PPRC IRN, they don't thief election. Thief, they don't thief election, they don't thief election. Thief, they don't do selection. They wanna know which man them. They don't let Salo. I thought they go thief election. They go thief election. Thief, they go do selection. They go thief election. You are not for park and go. Bye bye. The people entire week. Bye bye. Mother not for park and go. Bye bye. The people ain't fed up with you. Bye bye. All the kill. All the fat. Now you dey stress. Now you dey vex. You dey call on conference. ECOWAS and say they don't tire with you. United Nations say they don't tire with you. Salon people say they don't tire with you. So no for park and go. You not like Salon. You not like the people. You not like the country. You not like you people. Then why are now which man them? Are the people there? We not listen to Salon people there, bro. Then guy man them. The first lady na Kaika. What you know what you president said? Then why are native man them? The soldier man them or the policeman all are the same thing. Then why are now which man them? They don't country. They don't thief for money. They don't thief election. I'm not believe they don't spoil the country. They don't thief for money. They don't thief election. That man they are not for Salon people. They don't spoil the country. They don't thief for money. They don't do selection. Don't spoil the country, they don't go come on me, they don't do selection. Now this you see. Now I'm be saying I'm good for change. Then now we don't go for change, but this change now I check you back. See, you know my hand. But anyhow, like a long time you must cut. See, they're all like thief man them. They wire native man them. Thief, they all native man them. Thief, they wire native man them. Power they wire native man them. Wanna be your government. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't thief election. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't thief election. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't do selection. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't do selection. Magabi yo Fatima, they don't thief election. Mame Kona ICS, they don't thief election. Aupa government, they don't thief election. Gentle, Jules Diallo, they don't thief election. Alphaka Victor Fu, they don't thief election. PPRC IRN, they don't thief election. Thief, they don't thief election. They don't thief election. Thief, they don't do selection. They want now which man them? They don't let Salo. I thought they go thief election. They go thief election. Thief, they go do selection. They go thief election. You are not for they wire not thief man them. They wire native man them. Thief, They're all native man them. Thief, they wire native man them. They wire native man them. Wanna be a government. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for money, they don't thief election. They don't spoil the country, they don't thief for
people need justice, and everybody needs some justice, and we got to have justice. Every people need some justice, Lord, justice. Down in the ghetto we need justice, and we got to have justice. See all the people cry for justice, yeah. Apartheid, got to go. We got to give justice a chance to flow now. Racism, well that can't last. Racial discrimination is a thing of the past, so we got to have justice. Yeah, we cry justice. Come on and give the people justice, Lord. So we got to have justice. By any means there must be justice, Lord. And we need justice. Check out the people cry for justice, Lord, yeah, justice. I know the people need some justice, Lord, yeah. Let justice flow. We're gonna fight to make it so. Let justice be. Everyone can be free. Come on, let the justice strong. All could stand and common ground. I wanna let you know there won't be no peace without justice and equality. Yeah. Let justice run down as a river, oh yeah, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Justice for one and justice for all. Too much division, too much of class, and too many wars, so we got to have justice. So I'ma say, let justice run down as a river, Lord, please, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Justice for one and justice for all. Too much division, too much of class, and too many wars, yeah. Justice. Every nation needs some justice, and we got to have justice. And every people needs some justice, Lord. Justice. Down in the ghetto need some justice. Oh, yeah, justice. See all the people cry for justice. Lord, Lord. The people need justice, and everybody needs some justice, and we got to have justice. Every people need some justice, Lord, Lord, justice. ghetto, we need justice. And we got to have justice. See all the people cry for justice. Yeah. Got to go. Got to give justice a chance to flow now. Racism, well, that can't last. Racial discrimination is a thing of the past. So we got to act justice. Yeah, we cry justice. Come on and give the people justice, Lord. So we got to have justice. By any means there must be justice, Lord. And we need justice. Check out the people cry for justice, Lord. Yeah, justice. I know the people need some justice, Lord. Yeah. Let justice flow. We're gonna fight to make it so. Let justice be. Everyone can be free. Come on, let the justice strong. All good stand and come on ground. I wanna let you know there won't be no peace without justice on equality. Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back today to another segment, and every day we see things happening, but I just want to welcome you for taking some time out and to be with me here this afternoon. And I know it's difficult. It's a difficult period for every one of us who are well-meaningful Sierra Leoneans. There's no doubt about it, except you are enjoying as a result of this regime, so you will not see the difficulties of others, because basically you are enjoying the fruits of bad governance in that country. But those of us who have a heart, because I can say this again, if you have a heart and you are a well-meaningful Sierra Leonean, you will care about what is going on right now in that country. You'll be basically overwhelmed by what is happening right now. I stress out on a daily basis. I am not in the situation. How much more if I find myself in that same situation right now? Ladies and gentlemen, as I talk to you right now, over 2,000 people there. Then at Senegal. Sierra Leoneans, when they put in a stadium, they don't catch, they all from all walks, from all areas in Senegal. Over 2,000, more than that. This is my moderate, probably projections only. 2,000 people were held out in a stadium without food, water. Children are there. In fact, I've heard that some people don't begin for die. The basic fundamental of human survival, water, is not available for them. Water for drink. I don't use that, If you say water, they don't understand you. Pass, you say water. That is, it underscores the basic fundamental of a human being. Water for drink. They don't get that. Over 2,000 people. I don't talk about food again. We're talking about the basics. Whether if it's supposed to be free, it's not available for them. And yet, we have a bunch of morons, where then the only thing that they fight for is power. Now, for hang on to power. Yesterday, we talk about the 4 principles that what's his name? Martin Luther King fights for. 4 principles: freedom, equality, justice, and love. So for Tambasam, Tamba Sam, when I think the president of the Interreligious Council, they go to Samoa Kamara for peace. Me, I they wait for see that one day. I they wait for see, let Samoa Kamara subject himself to that. I they wait for see. To be very, I don't even talk about my reaction. Because that would be the death of APC. It will be the death of APC. It means we'll get for blame Samoa Kamara for kill APC. Now they wait for that day. And they wait for that day. They let Samoa Kamara say, okay, for peace sake. Without these 4 principles, there will not be any peace. Ladies, without these 4 principles, freedom, equality, justice, and love, there will not be any peace. There will not be any peace. What I tell you? Now make Martin Luther King, he fight tooth and nail for them 4 principles. All in messages is centered on them 4 principles. Who told you you're going to make peace and the people freedom have been squashed? Let's put it that way. Let's squash the people their freedom. There is no equality. The only person we get fair judgment now somebody when na SNPP. Now go get fair judgment. So what is the equality there? There you go, you don't go, and you know, I'm surprised you're not a man of God. You're not a man of God. Then don't humiliate this man. This same man, when you say that you church member, then don't humiliate her. To such extent where we don't even understand. Today, I don't understand the kind of humiliate when I humiliate this man. So to such extent, you have not said a word. You Tamba Sam, you don't say one word. You keep your mouth shut. Then you stick your ass here and there. Me, I don't get respect for no damn. I was one. So I don't get no fucking respect for no damn pastor in a saloon. Because the fuckers, then the asshole, they all sit down at that country, then they treat people that bad. Nobody no talk. Then now we can't turn up for talk. I don't fucking care about. I don't care. Me, I don't care whether people don't listen to me or not. I don't care. It doesn't bother me one bit. The asshole, then the morons, they sit down there. Then people say they do people that any kind way they do. Then now just because now they select say the power don't begin slip from the SLPP. Now all go school. Tamba Sam, maybe they 1 or 2 classes ahead of me. Now all go school. These are guys, these are tribal guys. Tribal. Very tribal. Now the thing they will call to me. You understand? When something happen, you know, at a period where they even think about tribal business, then you hear that this and that. Then the thing can surface itself through mother, bio, and wife. Then I begin reflect back. Okay, this guy, okay, now make him the behave so. Okay, now make him the call. I mean, because then the way they call the people, then shabu and this and that together, then they talk and this. And not be they call because click, even they click. But now I don't begin to understand the man when they call Tamba Sam right now. Because now I don't begin see waiting if they do. Who begin at school? But we don't get any tribal sentiment by you. They clicks they say this is something deeper. No, because there was no tribal sentiment in me until mother BO and wife don't open up the tribal sentiment now. And don't make you don't understand. Say okay, then guys say yeah. I remember who go Njala, who go do masters. Nanjala. This fucking Mende guys say oh now host to me them in the car because I was the only one with a generator. Now maybe only one get amongst the all they go Njala. Now me one grain. Right now when I go ask this man what they call Brahmaja. If Brahmaja no can be used for can study. Brahmaja when they make sure that CID or na headquarter. Brahmaja don't can be used for study. Vamba Kone when I be the I call her. When we dey bien Badabio. Vamba Kone when I be the ADC and call her or whatever, ADC to the president. Then the kind of for study. These are fucking assholes the way when they enjoy other people that benefit, not as they other people that benefit, now then they make wait them consul. So I make when people that talk, I know these guys, I know all of them. I know them. They know me. I mean one grade, they don't let fucking me get shit. Now me all study and they come for can study. Now because I me only get generator. Take one net today per study, I go left them because I mean they go left them back. Which me motoka, Because they fucking none of them know what they call. Now me they go take me motoka, but I go left there with me motoka. By the time I come, they don't thief me generator. That day the pastor go buy another generator back. Because I had the money. I work, I mean, they get good money. I was paid $2,700 every month. And then they pay me. My organization was the regional representative for the entire West Africa. Now me host, and then they can't study. Now me host. That day they go left them, by the time they come back, I not tell the bobo side, they go just back the domote, you know. By the time they come back, they don't thief the generator. New generator. Pastor, that day, I go on a town, after working place, I go, I buy the generator, buy new generator back. These are fellows there, when are opportunists there. All of them are opportunists. They are all opportunists. You Tambasam, they can't tell, they go talk to me. I they wait for Samoa Kamara. Trust me. I know they even talk nothing. The respect and I they win for her. If I don't know no more. Now ain't gonna be the focus now because now you will say don't kill APC. They got people that had to am so. Not mistake, oh, the one who know Samoa Kamara. Me, I know they even talk to her now. When I go tell her. The how people they had Selonians they had one so a stolen election, an election where we all know say now Samoa Kamara win the elections, we not still that thief that election say. But today we can see say it's possible for me to overturn this election. I will give you instances of countries there who say they do a re-election, they do an election. In fact, one of them, the opponent now win. The incumbents not win. That day we all know that country, they pass if you don't know. But me concerned now for this over 2,000 people there where they don't hold in Senegal right now. One guy they send a very passionate message, you know, and me, if I see anybody where they actually involved in ensuring that, you know, these people they get a fair opportunity and everything, I'm ready to support that. I'm ready to put my money in it. Because these are some of the things, and they talk about even the embassy. The embassy not even get, the embassy no. If, I tell you, we are in trouble. Sierra Leone, we are in trouble. We are in trouble in the entire world. I not ever see what in the happen soon as alone. It happen at any sign of the war. Our country is in trouble. And these motherfuckers, they all the Sidoyanda. These are people who have enjoyed Northerners. Me. They man don't enjoy me blessing. Yes, most of them, all of them. I mean also they can study. Look, they buy my jar. They buy they print pamphlet for them. Nanjala, SLBS. They print pamphlet for them all. God, these guys were working basically less than $100 a month. I was working $2,700 every month. They were working like less than $100 a month. Now me they go print pamphlets for them. Now they go print them. Where they give you. When lecturer give say, oh man forget we they go print. Now me they pay. I give them all pamphlets. And I make them not go able to succeed because nothing as them. They sweat in inside the belly. Not that they sweat. Yeah. Some of them they eat them yourself. My children are living example. If me lie self, me picking they not go lie again. I live in example. So anything within the plan would not succeed. But it possible for make them overturn an election and conduct a fresh election because we don't see examples of that in other countries. I will talk about that. Then I will talk about. I don't know if some of them don't see the letter where APC don't write. You know, when some people they say, "Last and Dumbuya, oh, you know, Sabi, this and that, no, not fit for become." Let tell you something. When I feel safe for become a secretary general or something easy, Last and Dumbuya was the best person because one, he get the guts. Ain't afraid nothing. Something that they pass and they stop her. You know, they afraid nobody. Now last and Dumbuya not afraid nobody. And then tell me also, now then kind people and you want. somebody will know the fear. You don't get fear for nobody. You know, I know they call the media station where one lady one day they talk how last time we are not fit for this position. They begin call the one they will fit. And I'll tell you one thing. Some people feel say their own judgment it counts. We all get we bias system, we all get with judgments and everything. But when it comes to the actual facts, then you begin to see the difference. You begin to see the difference between the people now. The publicity secretary, the secretary general, the deputy publicity secretary, you see the difference. When push shop camp and shop, now would that be the talk? Now the deputy secretary general, publicity secretary, the publicity secretary, not be the talk again. Now the deputy, now no more now with the in a radio, Pope Kamara, Mohammed Pope Kamara. Now no more with the. We not be there again. Yeah, Tunis again. Now only Pope Kamara with the no more now. Now radio. Now we they pull the what's name press statements. I tell you, when a situation come, now they tell you they know exactly. Now most of you don't get respect for Lansana Doumbia. He's not afraid of nothing. And not afraid. Some of them want to say pastor, they say no, this one don't pull up. Don't pull this one. No, this one no appropriate. This one no. The man is not afraid of anything. I grew up with Lansana Doumbia. Now the same area, Main Street, number 1 Main Street. Then we all been there at that area there. In Papa and me Papa were best of friends. As Sami the man, I make people them they talk about Lansana Doumbia and say, look, they don't Sami this man. This man na APC through and through. Now we all been there for the observer business. Lansana Doumbia. What would they talk about original APC? None of them they know they compare with Lansana Sef. They know that they say Lansana they na college. It don't become part of the APC. They participate in every APC activities. No, but this bias is where people that can wait. Even amongst yourself again at the APC, and the same problem with the face. As long as you don't like this person, in as much as you qualify, in as much as you don't fight for the party, in as much as you don't go the length and breadth, no. Not to you I want. Now this person I want. Now, not all the time for blame games for begin tell you about people the way they undermine the APC. Because we all know, the one that say for them at the Keda, then they undermine the APC. Then they talk to the SLPP pauper. Then they divulge information to the SLPP. Well, most of you don't know that. A lot of us don't know. Some of us we know. Because we know people on the seat of that. I have a direct person within an authority. Then they undermine the party. Can you imagine? It just feel like when you're in a house, you undermine your family. You know what they happen? They still can't follow your foot back. When you're in a house, you go outside the house, you go Congo side, you go undermine your own house. But then you inside the house. But now you go outside, you go undermine your house back. What that house they cracking for them? What did they happen? You'll be a part of that whole thing. That shame, that disgrace, that everything, you will be a part of it. You will not be left out to. For say, but this might not be there. No. You are going to be in a family. Now they're all. People will say that. But you see, these people don't understand what is going on in the Keda. They don't understand. They don't understand exactly what they go on. Because if you know exactly what they go on, well, you see, let me tell you something. When somebody they do something, if you say, they say, where cow, when they pass down the street, in the shit, in the kakana the street, if you say that the street now they do, not on the street they do. And waste now they continue for chair. Now that's they happen. People don't understand what they go. You know, they don't really catch up it. And when they go catch up now, it's not too late. Now the same thing happen with Kande. Me know they call themselves doctor. Kande Yomkela. When I don't put in tweet. In Twitter, where they talk about the PR system. Now the thing don't dawn on her. Now the thing don't dawn on her. Say these people and they after something. It's not too late. Because you you are the perpetrator. You go to Cambia, you go talk, say how you until they not respect you, and now they will respect you. You please say bitterness. Bitterness at the end of the day where you don't cool down. You know, one thing I don't learn about bitterness, I'll tell you. I've been there before. One thing I tell you about bitterness. You see bitterness, it they reach one point in your life in bitterness. Where the scales they don't go. Now the time they realize, say, oh, I don't make mistake. That time when KKY they talk before the elections. Now bitterness, anger. Now me desire. Now the anger don't done. You don't get the anger don't go away. Now you don't begin to realize, say, oh, I have made a mistake. I don't do something where I not be supposed to do. Supporting people will go destroy this country. And KKY, your name go down in the archives. The wait man, they say the American will say your name will go down in infamy. Your name will go down in infamy. Kande Yunkela, that you and others help you, Victor Fo, Alpha Kanu. When a name say go down, say you help to destroy Saloon. Now I help for destroy Saloon. It don't begin down on you now. The scales they don't begin come on a eye. The dew don't begin go. You don't begin see bright. Now you don't begin realize say something is going on with this SLPP pauper. But you not can't to it. You still drunk force with something. Bitterness. You drunk with bitterness force. You drunk with so many things. When I go on Twitter, I don't put them. If you go on my Facebook, I don't put in Twitter. In Twitter, a tweet day. I don't short screen them. I post on day. But let we get concerned for them people that within Senegal right now. Over 2,000 people that they don't catch in Senegal. 2,000 Sierra say where they don't catch in Senegal. We don't know what they're ready for, whether they're ready for deport them or whatever. But then they more than 2,000. That's not your moderate number that one day. They are in Senegal right now. And they suffer there. They know what I say for drink, they don't get on the old stadium. And a car. What are we doing? Instead, people can concentrate. You know a government. You say you don't come as a government. Why you not go take them people away? Because at the first stage, then they go take them. If you're a responsible government, they go take you people there. But let us come back. With democracy, yesterday I talked about democracy in peril. That is democracy in danger. Democracy in a very difficult time. Democracy in a situation where it's almost being killed. Yesterday we brought our sister Sundiata Keita say democracy don't die. But me believe say democracy not die. Democracy just there in the process of being killed. And the process done the power SLPP, they use democracy for big. And I always say this. Until you're able to know the sickness, you cannot know the cure. If you don't know the sickness, you cannot cure. I'll tell you, in America, I like for looking at crime scenes and all that stuff. Then we have to always say, hey, wait to where they look at and me one kill. No. But I like for look at crime documentary them where they can put in the air. And one day this guy he get food either a food poison or something. But he don't in a hospital for over 3 weeks. You're not able to know. Because until you know, then you provide therapy for it. You provide remedy for it. If you don't know, you cannot provide remedy. You don't in a hospital for 3 weeks. They don't call all kind experts. Your own personal doctor. Make sure say call other people that when are expert. 3 weeks they depend. They're not able to know what in this cause. What thing happened to this man also? Because if you don't know the disease, if you don't know what the person they suffer for, you cannot provide cure. That I can tell you. You cannot provide cure. Until you know what is wrong, then you're able to provide therapy, you're able to provide, a remedy. Until then go Policeman then go to the house. When they go to the house, they go see one jog. We say, you know, this man in weft, be they put water and juice for this man. Be they take rat poison. They put her inside the water. They can't go, they do tests for this bottle, and then find out the specific rat poison. Then they begin provide therapy for the man. They begin respond to treatment. Take it well. What is my point? Now that if we not attack the issue of Sierra Leone, we're not going to provide remedy. We're not going to provide a solution for that country. And until we're able to do that, there's no way we'll get headway. And it comes to the point where we talk about this tribalism. Let me tell you something. Me, now one thing that they want not the shy from, I know the freedom at all. Tribalism. And they continue for talk about her. And I will continue for talk about her until these people who believe say they are the best, you know, that they set apart, they better pass anybody else, until they realize, say, Sierra Leone is for every Sierra Leonean. Not only for one tribe. And I'll continue to say this. I've been with these people for so long. I know their way of doing things. I know their habits. I know their sentiments. I know what they purport. I know what they think. I know how they think. I always say this. I get problem with 70% of Mende people. I have respect for 30% of Mende people. The one that I get high respect. One of my friend, when a lawyer, that's alone. Now Mende, very close. And not only, you know, they hear me while they talk about against Mende people. They hear me while they talk against Mende people. He always they tell me, say, you know what? He say, you sentiment. You know, I really they feel you sentiment. They feel them. I know exactly what you they talk about. You know when they get problem, yeah. It's part of it. They see me and they talk and they this and that. Every day they see me and they talk. We they talk back. We they talk well, and we're in good shape. Because in self realize say now the problem that the way in tribe they face. This 70% will basically come from the eastern part. They are the biggest problem of that country. You get the 30% when are real moderate Mende people, very moderate Mende people. But they want you don't know say these are people you can communicate with. You go know say these are people where you can reason with. The 30%. Very moderate. Very inspiring. But that 70% always want for influence this 30% of people. They always want for influence this 30%. This 30% of Mende people. And we go continue for me. I will continue for talk about her until I see change. Call them tribal, whatever way you call them, I agree. I the owner. I don't say yesterday. Anything where person say this tribal business that we push them. Yes, I the owner. Until we see changes, we will not stop. Some of us have suffered greatly. Yesterday I tell you now, I will not trust my 3 children from a Mende woman. I will never trust them. Because I have seen this period, what they do to me. This short period, this 5 years, where Mother Biotepa, I saw what my children did to me. All of them. I will never trust them. So it don't affect me personally. And I believe it don't affect so many people in back. That nobody not going for convince me on that. Nobody. And also, I will never trust them. I'm not going to say things here. But I will never trust them because of what they did to me in Sierra Leone. That are the basic fact and the basic truth. Because any side where you see, you picking they create and impress for me, they kill you. Who's kind of papa they will encourage that kind of person again? Where they create a situation for make them kill in your papa when they born. When other day, practical, impractical. I don't ever see in my life. I don't know. I don't say, oh, they happen. I know this. I say, but me no experience I it. Where they see picking, they engage for me and kill your own papa. Now that kind of picking they want let me trust. No, I will not. I will not. You don't go to my mind side. That did it. You know? Thank God not to the no more bone. But that's the situation. That is the situation wherein I will never trust them. Never, ever. So I have suffered from this mother bio a failed administration. Because I come, he say the only people that when I SLPP, when I Sierra Leone, now only SLPP. Now they are true Sierra Leoneans. Yes. The president can say we don't divided. The way they divide into east, west, north, and south. They will say, okay, I will divide yourself into tribe. Like say now me say, I want this tribe. We all are born into a tribe. And born into a tribe. None of we not say that this tribe we want. No, none of we. Name me one person who say that this tribe I want. None. We were all born into a tribe. So not to we choose for be Limba. Not to me choose for be Timini. I not choose for be Creole. I not choose for be Fula, Loko, Madingo, Yalunka. No, none of us chose that. We were born into it. So how comes you can't tell me say we don't divide ourselves to this? No, not to we divide ourselves. You don't know, Mr. President. Now God now divide, now make them divisions in there. If you go back to the Bible, Genesis, I think it's in Genesis chapter 6. I may probably don't have the chapter, but I'm sure it's Genesis chapter 6. Where God, give them different languages. I guess if you're not Christian, I think you go say languages and start. Where God makes sure that they all also able to understand themselves. This is speak one language, the other hand they speak another language, the other hand they speak other language. If you go to the Quran also, you get incidents like that. Where they will give you incidents like that. So none of us chose to be born as a Limba, as a Loco, or as any other tribe. No. We were born into it. And all of us are proud to be part of those tribes where we identify ourselves with. I'm proud to be my own tribe. I'm proud. I have 3 different genes in me. 3 different genes. I'm proud to be that. And we all need to be proud. But when it comes to a point wherein one tribe wants to create dominance over the other tribe, that's where we'll have a problem. That's where we'll have a problem. Where it be say every walkway come, then they give a one great tribe, then they give them jobs and they. When it comes to scholarship for go overseas, for go study, now one great tribe, now they get all the scholarships there. I always give this as an example. When I go ask Charles Moyni now, I want me boy, we were friends. Where would you go college? Now me and go do me first degree. Now me we were friends. In fact, now me support her, now me help until married the woman we married. Yes? I pour my money. Help him till married the woman we married. We go for scholarship. Ministry of Education. Yes? All the panelists there were Mendes. And this was during the APC time. How weird was it? These are the time for APC. APC were under Anes Baikoma regime. All the panelists were Mendes. All of them. 6 panelists. All of them were Mendes. How weird and how absurd. They were all Mendes. What will go? They don't give me the scholarship, but they give Charles money now the scholarship. They don't give me. And I was in dire by that time. I needed that scholarship more than that other Monday. They don't give me, but then give. And I'm begin bell me back and the waiting and call. What gonna do? The man say, trust me not to need this scholarship too much. So I just been baked at him now. I say, you need to pass me. But I was never given the scholarship. They've given it to Charles Moyni now. Because I'm Mende man, now they compete. And that's where they talk, oh, no, they learn. This is what they have been doing to Northerners, to Westerners. This is what they've been doing. If you don't know, these are the things that weigh them. Let us tell me about tribal business. Now, this them they do to people. But some of us, when are northerners there and westerners there, we brain a fish brain, we get fish. Stone brain, now we hate. We're still not know. Now I make people, oh, they can't steer tribal when yes, I'm going to steer tribal because I want to put sense into northerners there and put sense into westerners there. Let them understand what is going on. What in the people how they do. If you don't understand, in the next 20 years, you go see. All of them, their family, them all go be educated and go to be well placed in society. Whilst northerners and westerners there, you understand, we are the crumbs then, how will they go and bake from there? That is what they're trying to do right now, if you don't know. And at the Rwandan situation, remember the last time we go to the Rwandan situation, that's so Rwanda. When you wait marker, they say the Rwandans said they begin measure the years all. The years that they measure the nose, they measure the mouth, then they say, no, you not this. You understand there? They say you not this. Now you create the situation at Rwanda. The Witmande be the measure. They say no, una close to the Witmande. Una get white jeans, una get white blue. Now the same way so. Now they happen so in a salon right now. But people they don't know this until it reach an escalating point. Now the child will understand what they happen in a salon. Then they measure. They be the measure Rwanda. Then they measure your mouth, measure your ears, measure your nose, your eye. Then they look the eye, the people. Then they look at the color of your eye. You forehead. Then they say you close to the witch man. Una na we no more. Una which they call, but una na be white people there. This and that. Na the sun. I know which they call. That is the division. And the grudge down there when the Hutus them get against the Tutsis. They say that them in the whole key positions there, ministerial positions there, office them, general secretary, this and that. Now they no more be the whole them position that the Tutsis. And the Hutu, now they be basically they at the army. Now they not go school better. So now they at the army, and they at the other security waiting and call it. That is how the animosity grew to a point wherein a boss will boss them and go after the Tutsis now. Kill this, that. I just want you to have a background as to waiting with the see right now in a saloon. But now we come to the elections thing. This election, something that they want to see that they laugh first. Because if you tell me, say, the one will go vote for Dr. Samuel Kamara Freetown, and the one will go vote for how you call him? Akisoya. The votes then, the disparity is 90,000 votes. So, you tell me, say, you all go vote for Dr. Samuel Kamara. It decide, when at APC, it decide, or we get sympathy for APC. We're affiliated to APC. It decides, say, okay, you know what? And they vote for this then, and they vote for Gentle. Where we know say that one they na 1 in 10. 1 in 10. That showed the enforceability. Everybody was going for 4 APC. Look at the situation at Cambia back. And the same thing happened at Cambia. Same thing happened at Bombali. I make I tell you, say these guys are morons. They're not sabi nothing. God. You say you educated. You're not able to deal with figures. Even onto Sylvia Blyden. Sylvia Blyden tweet of their mistakes today. If not to sabotage, then they sabotage the ECSL. What are they sabotage ECSL? Well, now then they sabotage themselves. Now then they sabotage themselves. But now we go to elections. They give you 3 instances there. I get Boku. You understand? But no one for stay long. And they give 3 because we get even over 60-something examples at the entire world where they overturn an election. 60-something. But why should I bore you with so many of them? I just want to give you few examples and another in Africa. Because they're now with situation. Who side they overturn an elections. Okay, let's take the one. Now Kenya. The Kenya election of 2017. There was this guy where be of course we all know say Jomo Kenyatta and Pekin when Uhuru Kenyatta now be the incumbent. He may stand against the guy where they call what's his name Raila Odinga We all know Raila Odinga, one of the oldest, in fact, if not the oldest politician in Kenya. He don't depend politics with Uhuru Kenyatta and Papa. He don't need politics with other people. That's the Uhuru be small when Raila begin politics business. So now the oldest politician in Kenya, Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga, after the elections, Uhuru Kenyatta win by 54% of the votes. 54% of the vote, Uhuru Kenyatta, win the votes. But Raila Odinga, he go to the courts, na the Supreme Court, and he filed a petition. He said there were so many irregularities. And the courts then decide. It takes some time. But the courts then decide and then overturn the elections. They allow the elections in null and void. They overturn them. That is means say they scrap the election day. And then do another elections. Well, of course, we know again, Uhuru Kenyatta win the elections back, actually. But what do they say is, because we get a court, we're separate from judiciary, separate from the executive, it's separate from the legislature. Then get your arm, we're strong enough. And it's a strong institution. What happen? They take a decision, they say, we scrap this election. We overturn the elections. You know, win again, Uhuru. We do another elections, and they do another, I think it was 3 months later, I think it's 150 days or something like that. I don't remember again. Don't hold me on that. But it's about 150 days or so where they make another elections. Number 2, na Malawi. 2019 elections na Malawi. What have been the incumbent? The incumbent have been Peter Mutharika. Peter Mutharika was the incumbent. What happened for that election day? After the elections, they filed a petition. Because the election will take place May 21, 2019. The opposition filed, a petition. And the Supreme Court, they overturned the elections back. What would be the reason? They say the kind brand of correction fluid where they use, it help, you understand, for create some votes there where not valid. What's in a correction fluid? We all, if you're not secretary, you go know what's in a correction fluid. Correction fluid not just something way for erase something way. Of course, if you didn't at the medical field, you don't say they allow you for use correction fluid. No way. In fact, they don't even for like blow what you write. The only thing that they allow you at the medical field, just cross one line. Because they want to see what you write there. One line I for cross across for sure say this one not count anymore. So any document where what they call it, you not for use correction fluid, not for blood in place, not for scratch anything. No. You for just cross one line. Where they give you a report. If you make mistake by a report, cross one line, left and right. Because they want for see what you want for say. Because they want for know whether falsification, you want for falsify something, or now just mistake you make, ordinary mistake you make, so you want for just cross and move over to another thing. So in the medical field, you are not allowed. You are not allowed to blow or use correction fluid. Correction fluid now for just darken, waiting you don't write for make you probably that you want for write on top of and this and that. The opposition said that Dan did they use. They overturned the election for that. Another one, the 2022 election again at Kenya. 2022 election where this guy win. The same thing, Raila Odinga, the same man, the oldest politician in Kenya, Raila Odinga. Now the same thing. Then go to court. it go to court. But this time around, the court say not get substantive, not get the evidence the way it need for make them overturn the elections. So we know say the man who did it now they allow they stay there. But we just say it is possible with a very strong judiciary. And now that problem they salon lack. Now that problem they salon lack. Salon not get salon the judiciary is like a pet dog. Now a pet dog to the executive. I don't know if you understand what I mean. If you get dog or you don't see somebody who get dog, you go know what they talk about. The judiciary in a salon are a pet dog to the executive. And so a pet dog always they run to a master when he needs something. Food, water, this. When he want let them scrub him back, let them scratch him back. They go to a master. That is what the judiciary has become in Sierra Leone. We all see the amount of money that they give them. We all see the amount of money that they pay them. This is what they don't want for forgo. They don't want for forgo that one day. So they have become pet dogs to the executive. Now, what the master say? You understand? The judiciary they ready for accept that. They don't go. But it's possible for make them overturn these elections. It's possible if we had the right Supreme Court. The man who Babatunde Edwards, not only the what they call, what he don't do. The Supreme Court judge, what he don't do. Now again, not to go what they call Madam Bill. Now go swear in. With the judiciary don't become a useless instrument as alone. Now useless instrument, the judiciary, a useless. The judiciary not get nothing for office alone. A useless. So for me, for APC for going at the judiciary, a meaningless. This case now it don't left for me to take her to the ECOWAS court. Thank God we don't see who side the entire wall, the entire what they call wall. Don't point fingers at the judiciary and don't say the judiciary is not competent enough. Then don't point finger at them. Say they're not competent enough. So it means we cannot trust the judiciary. The judiciary don't fail Sierra Leone. The only side we need for going on at the ECOWAS court. Finish. Me, I don't even talk to APC about this. And they know that. They know say this judiciary organ a salon cannot do anything. There's nothing because they are pet dogs. A pet dog there to the executive. Babatunde was a pet dog under Madabio. It a pet her like dog. If you don't get dog or you don't see people that will get dog, you don't know you don't know the meaning why they put on this. I don't want to elaborate a little bit more. Or I don't want to digress more. Because we all know the role of a pet dog. So Babatunde was they can't tell we. You don't get nothing for tea. There's nothing where you go the APC go to Babatunde Edwards for. In the first place, now the man where what's they call? Now go crown Madabio. When I look the election results, look the election results. It say everything. The election results and they say everything. Now come to the last Gambia. The Gambia. They don't go. That the INEC, the Electoral Commission, I do well. They pronounce, Adama Barrow, the winner. In the president, incumbent don't concede. Then later on, he say no, 9 win. Then turn everything, they say 9 win. 9 ECOWAS say no, it not they happen here. It's not possible, it not they happen here. Whose troops say, Senegalese troops say. Then kind of the border. Of course, I sabi that border, they like the back of my hand. Because I don't travel that border, they pass 10 times. Where they take the ferry and go over to Senegal, you know. And they can't wait. They say anything happen and they go over. At the end of the day, they strike a deal. The man give up and go. What you would try for say? Now for let APC then not begin go listen to people then like Tambasam, when a tribalist, they call itself saying a bishop. For go when they humiliate Samoa Kamara, you not be the talko. You have never said tell her go to Mother Biola, go talk to her. You never did that. Now you say you for go talk to because you tribesman they want for pull and out power. So you don't go now for go talk to Samoa Kamara because like church member. And not they work now, yeah. Yeah, church member business not they work anymore. I don't Tambasam, now I tell you this. Church member business, you know they work now, yeah, again. We don't come up and church member business now. And I make tell you now the church now one of the instruments where they don't use for spoils alone. The church and the mosque. Now don't forget about the mosque. The church and the mosque. Now the instruments and the one and the way they don't use for spoil that country day. Christianity and Islam. Now the bedrock where they use for destroy Salon. The bedrock. When Christianity can, the first thing we do now for destroy with secret societies there. Destroy with traditions there. Don't forget about traditions there. I want to go back. I'll give you a history about it. I don't give a history about that. Some time ago, I don't give a history about how Christianity destroyed tradition as alone. You know, in those days, the Bondo society, now they secret them in there. When the Bondo, when they go to Bondo society, then they tell the woman, they say, and they give them secrets there. Where they can for hold on to their secrets and they. And then they can go arrange certain things there. When they ready, they knock the Bondo drum, they all go there, they go talk secrets. Same thing when they happen about the man the secret societies there. Now they will go sit down and talk business, talk about communities, talk about the chief, talk about so many things that waiting for do. The wait man they never liked it. Because they say like say, you know, even today, let's look at the example for today. If you hear somebody they talk in a language Creole, I don't think several times who they talk, so somebody may talk that vernacular language. What? The one they probably in America say, oh, you guys should speak English. You guys should speak English, you know, we're all here. Because they're always suspicious say, when they talk so, to tell about them when they talk. They always like that. We don't go now programs say. So tell me where go they talk Creole. You know, they all sit down together. They you guys speak English. You know, we're all here, you know, we're listening. Because then they feel say now they talk about. Now the same thing they happen in the colonial period. Feel say when people also go to the traditional bush there. Now, but the wait man then they go talk about. And so they carve something out for destroyed traditions. Nobody will tell me about tradition. Nobody. I will be a Christian and I will go to my traditional. I'll involve in my tradition. Nobody will tell me anything about it. No Christmas, no they can't talk to me about tradition. Because I learned about it. As I told you, I did my theology. My first degree in theology. So I sabi pass you because me do Greek and Hebrew. So tell you not do Greek and Hebrew. Because if you not do Greek and Hebrew, you cannot interpret the Bible. That's the basic truth. The basic truth and the underlying factor. If you don't know Greek and Hebrew, you cannot interpret the Bible. You go just the meddle in literature. Now literature is the meddling, not to Bible. Because the Bible was written in a language, in a tradition, in a condition, in an environment wherein if you are not familiar with that environment, you go misinterpret things that when they say in the Bible. So you have to know all of these things. And so as we talk, it is possible to overturn these elections. In fact, the things that will happen by this election, the elections they are already overturned, so half of them they not do up the elections there. Half they not do up the elections there. What thing happen at Salon? Half of it not happen. Now Malawi will see the ambassador. The ambassador, the American ambassador, he come out plainly. He talk, what in I mind. We will reach that point very soon. But it get forbid the resolve of the APC. Because very soon you go see some people that they come out and they go undermine. Then they go undermine Gisno. The process. This same process where they pass. So you go see people that come out Gisno and they go begin to undermine the process. From the APC. They go begin to undermine the company. One after the other. Go undermine the company. Just like the same way Alpha Kanu do. So. People go begin to undermine the process just now. The process they begin undermined by specific set of APCNs. Because they want money. Because they want for better themselves. You see, people they know they look at the broader picture. They are only looking for themselves. And that is the problem of Sierra Leone. It is me. It is just about me. I and I alone. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be fooled. Me, I am very constant like the Northern Star. Very constant. Nobody takes me away from something where I believe say this is the truth. Nobody. I tell somebody, I say, it takes convincing. For me, a philosopher, for change my perspective on things. No. A philosopher, difficult for changing perspective. When once, now make for me, I read something over and over. And what I do, I look at all the factors we factor into this situation. I look at all those situations in it. When I make a decision, it hard for make you change me because I'm a philosopher. Because I don't look all the factors. I make when bring this, and they bring this for you. When you bring so, and they bring so for you. The one way I don't get discussion with, they know me. When I SLPP, they sabi me. They don't say me that kind possible way. You know they sway. Because I get all factors the way they bring up. When you make sure I say, well, why this thing happen this way? When you make sure I say, well, why you think, why you feel say this thing for happen? If this what you they say that, why this thing happen? Because if you say somebody win the elections, you understand? I ask you the question, but if you win the elections, why are you going to run after people? Why are you going to beat people? Why are you going to burn people in the house? If you really win the elections. If you really win the elections, why you go do a swearing ceremony when the fastest swearing ceremony this time the entire since 2007. And the fastest day was in 2004. And the fastest one this. But you remember they don't swear the man in. Hey, boy. You know, something said that I watch people, you know, sometimes I think about stuff differently from the way other people they think. And the way they think is different. Because if you think this way, I give you this reason why. Why you think this way? When this don't happen. Because I give you a scenario. From you thinking, I give you a scenario. Why this will happen. You know, but one of the things I always say to Sierra Leoneans, say, not believe anything. Even me what they talk to you so. Not just believe what they say. Go back. Then Kenya, wait them also. Then Kenya, Malawi, and Kenya again, what don't give you so. Go back and do research. Whether not lie, they lie. If not lie. And one of the problems we get, as Sierra Leoneans say, when one person talk, we don't believe. Now make me why they go and they WhatsApp group and they look things say and read and listen and this and that. And they send the reply back and say, but this is not lie, bro. Forget about it. But I don't talk this again. I beg you, and this not lie. Because it's not possible. The thing they're out of the wall. It's not possible for make it happen waiting they talk. I said this is not possible, but forget about it. Not talk about it again, sir. Now lie you they lie so. You don't see somebody who can, hey, well, I don't receive last night this money also, then get prayer for do or then get something for say, and all give us say, I make it so. You know, people just don't become so sentimental. So sentimental. Not just see something and just believe hook, line, and sinker. Why see this Senegal way them? I Google them. Before I can't realize that yes, this is not true. They happen right now in Senegal. People are being held up at the stadium. Not just see something, especially when WhatsApp don't purificate. You know, WhatsApp message, WhatsApp groups the number, the number. So money on WhatsApp now for lie. It's just there for lie. Not just believe everything, hook, line, and sinker. Do research. Don't be lazy. And one of the problems another way. Okay, right now, I read this book about Fatima Bio. I just buy her. People that they talk about them, I don't let somebody tell me about something. So me say go buy the book, buy it on Amazon. I don't get them. I never read them now. When I read done, trust me, I will give you some of the things where I read for this book here so. Because up till now, people don't know before tell you now what I read from this book. When me want for camp by segment, I they give you exactly what this lady, this Fatima talk about, but in made Fatima. I'm not saying that not to imate, but in namesake. I go give you now from step to step, probably that set by segment to segment. So every day I give you now one chapter. Every day I give you now one chapter which I read from her. But don't just believe people hook, line, and sinker. Once you believe me, say self now for read. People that won't know me, they don't say me that I they read widely. When I mean read, I they read everything. Now, me job, you know what they respect me for? They say me almost sabi everything. When I get something, I mean they can ask. Edward, who say this country day? Remember, inside South America again, these people within North America now, they not sabi them country, outside they located. They will come ask me back. We will talk. I open map for them. I say this is the country. This is how far from United States to this country. They don't even know about their own country. I can name them 50 countries in America. Some of them don't even sabi. They don't even know. What could begin call the countries there? The states there, I mean. There are 50 states there. Some of them don't sabi. That is how bad it is because they don't read. Very poor. One thing with them good pa. Now for answer questions. That I can tell you. The Americans, very good in answering. And one of the problems where you get where you can American and one of the things that they for answer the way how they answer them questions. They don't use them from kindergarten. They don't sabi for take go to college. When I go college for Nadi, one of the biggest problems Nadi for answer questions. Multiple choice questions. They are good at it. Very good at it. Then they look question, they know exactly the answer. I never knew how they be do it until now when we said don't go inside the system, I know exactly how they think. You get forget a reasoning mind. And one of the biggest problems with saloon we not get a reasoning mind as saloon. No reasoning mind, no day. Very few reasoning mind. I don't say no. Very few reasons. Yeah, now one thing I know that they teach you for reason. When you're able for reason, you can do anything. And one of the things, we will get a salon. We will see something, we don't believe her. We don't begin passing out say, hey, that's what they no. Sit down and reason out. Why make this person talk this thing? Is this the way he talks visible? Is it accurate? This is not the philosopher in mind. Philosophy is all about asking questions. Not all about philosophy. Well, this person is a philosopher. You know why making me be philosopher? Because every time he asks questions. Every time a philosopher he asks questions. Why this thing for be so? Why it happens so? Why make her for believe this? I'm for able to tell you why make you for believe me. If I'm not able to convince you how why that's Socrates said. When I'm in the worker, then they work at the square. Now you know they again. For them they acclaim you as philosopher, you know, now make them not be they take money safe. Then tell the day they know they take money. You know why make this hoodie also come where you put the back where you go for go get a degree? Now the philosopher they Socrates and they first start them. They know be they go on the street where they make them propositions, they walk around, people that they put money and the hood. Now so them they make money. Now so them they get the money. You don't go to the square. You purport you philosophical statement. People they ask questions. You able to defend what you talk. Makes you a philosopher. But today, people just thought they talk. We just believe them. But then they don't unbox salon day like today. Madam Yokam 2016, 2017 can't fool Sierra Leoneans. Can't talk a lot of rubbish. People they fall in. Now the trouble, now they unfold themselves. Now the trouble, now they don't unfold themselves so to we about matter. Now it is too late. It's difficult now for me. Now we they try for Pula now. He not agree. He not agree for Leo Pula. He rigged the elections. He thief the elections because you know one commodity because you know say if you don't fool Sierra Leoneans and Sierra Leoneans they don't get sense. We're not able for Pula again. Now the fact they go say, hey, but me I just believe say this time around, if this thing happen, salon people they not go full again. You go check somebody background first. Anybody who be don't mix by this nonsense, we not go ever vote for again. Anybody who wanna see say we join forces with Madabio, we not go no now. Everybody go don't get sense. Say this person not supposed to you go get the same tendency, same behavior like Mother. You go get that same tendency Sunday. And those Sierra Leoneans they don't really well grounded, well informed about the future of Sierra Leone. After this, Madam you. Me I know say, I get hope say Sierra Leone will be a Sierra Leone where we all they look up to. After Mother. But this is a fight, you and me. Yesterday I tell you now, like fight me and you get for take up. Don't say it is not your business. This fight is a fight for you and for me. Some people are going to say, oh, me are afraid that they not cost me. If they not cost you, then you're not ready for it. If they don't ever cost you, me, they don't cost me, mama, they don't cost me this, they don't do all kind, I don't care. Now, all man don't blow. They don't blow for me because you know what? I get thick skin. Nobody not able for do nothing to me. You know them for do nothing to me. So they don't realize it. They don't care. They don't cost me. They don't go to me PV. They don't cost me they. They don't go to me Facebook Messenger. They don't cost me they. But then she say every day they become stronger. Every day they become stronger. Trust me. If you afraid cost, you're not going for do what you for do. If you afraid intimidation, you're not going for do what you for do. Now then see the day for strong your heart and force. Me over the year, they don't forget about me now. Nobody can cost me again. Because they don't say I get thick skin and you know they do me nothing. And they just say and she mama get her back. They just like when me don't get her, so you say get her. Yeah? So it cost me on you don't cost. That is just the symbolic things when me and you for do. But this fight here, so not just depend for the watch people there. You self when you get something in your mind, come like hey, talk am. Let's say they know say diaspora say now we no more get the voice now. And they tell you, nobody in a salon no get my talk. Now we need diaspora say now we get the voice. So you be a part. You for be a part. Not for the go and look, no more people there. Look there, look where all this. You self come. Let me self look you. Me, I get interest. I don't care how you they talk. I don't care how G3, I don't care. You might get message. Now make me they look everybody. I don't see myself like say me a giant. I don't see myself like say a better pass. You get people and if you say they better pass everybody. So then me, I get time for listening to people. I get time for listening when you talk. I dey listen to you. Because in this equation also, you count. This equation who they personas alone, you count. You be a part. So if you don't say well me, nobody not go listen. Not to true that one day. People go listen to you. Come na the air. Now we don't left at the voice for salon. You the diaspora and say, not afraid. Not afraid say me are not able to talk this and that here. Moses. When you and God began the encounter, Moses said, God, me are not sabi talk. God say, no, go no more. I go put words in your mouth. And at the same thing will happen. God go put words in your mouth wait for you for say. But come and talk. You people are waiting at that village, that small village. Then they listen to me. You make impact to that small group of you people there. It will make a big difference. You don't feel say small, but it make a difference. Even that 4, 5, 6 man at your family, when they listen to you, it count. It count. But lend your voice for this situation as alone. Lend your voice. Pull your voice out. Not say me are too small. Not say me are afraid. Not say me are afraid and not cost me. Come out. Come out. Let we listen to you back. Let we all listen to ourselves. Maybe through what you they say, and they gain some things from you. And so tell me you get bigger picture, or the one that will get bigger platform, when they listen to you, then catch that small thing where you talk, then they go talk on that big platform there. That's why they I remember but couldn't the way I don't say let me feed it. And they see other people that they talk back. And they don't say this one are for me then get her. Because they talk exactly the way I talk her. So I don't say that for me then get her. And not they pay me. You know why? Because we need them. We all need for learn from each other. We all need for Mr. said, not for say, I did get from other people there also. I did get knowledge from other people there. I did learn from other people there. Likewise, somebody go learn from you. Somebody go learn from you. Not say you are insignificant. No, you are significant in this equation. You are a part of this equation. You must be a part of this equation. You are big. Let we all come together. Diasporans, we are the voice for Saloon now. Diasporans, let them see with voice. Let them hear you with voice. We have a role to play in Sierra Leone. I don't know if I don't see. The last thing I will talk about that is letter where APC writes. I don't know some of you don't know about this letter. I mean for for read them, but I don't know, it could take too long because it's long. It's long, except otherwise. But what I will do, I will try for put them. Let I read that. But I will read the resolve. What the APC don't resolve for do. Because the letter long, I will just give you now the conditions there where they don't put. The conditions there. You know, 6 conditions there where they put. Yeah, 6 conditions there. I will read them too now. Number 1, okay, that begin first. It said, in the light of the aforementioned, that are waiting and don't talk above and this and that, circumstances and following extensive international consultation, the APC has reached a definitive position regarding the actions of the ECSL and Mr. Bio. See, and they don't even call our president too. So let you know, say APC not recognize him. They say Mr. Bio, I mean, and is instrumentalized security and justice sectors. Our conclusions are as follows. Now, number 1. They say the APC unequivocally rejects the announced result of the recently concluded multi-tier elections in Sierra Leone, given the glaring irregularities and violations of established electoral procedures. You see, they reject the elections. And the same thing Raila Odinga did do na Kenya. Now the same thing the opposition do na Malawi. They reject the elections. And APC don't reject and they say because of what? Irregularities. And me and you will see the irregularities and they. We see them. So allow not take long, go, don't take too long now. Yeah. So number 2, because I'll before digress, you know, probably we'll take a new segment where we'll digress on the issues there. So number 2, say the APC declares its non-participation in any level of governance, including the legislature and legal councils, as the results have already been tampered with to give the SLPP an unjust majority at all levels. So now, the APC don't say number 2, they're not mixed pan governance. They're not mixed pan governance. That, you know what it mean now? It means say, the mayor will win a Freetown, Akisoya. The mayor will win the rural area when what you call coal, Kasho coal. The mayor na Makeni, the mayor na Cambia, the mayor na Bombali, they not they participate pan governance. So it means say them mayor then they're not going for do nothing. Let other person go take the role. Let SLPP go take the role of that mayor. We know they participate. APC not they participate at all. And not only that, we councillors then they say not they participate. Then they say the legislature. That means say we parliamentarians say they're not they go to parliament. Let them want now the chance say yesterday. Now they say don't shoot themselves at their foot. Then disqualify when they disqualify all of them political parties. Now they one green for dinner parliament. They one green. And where it's not possible for them, not to one party state with the paper. So it not get for function. Nothing not get for happen. Every law they make it now null and void because you not qualify. And they say shoot themselves at their foot. You don't see what they tell the people here. A bunch of morons, bunch of illiterates. Number 3, they say we demand the resignation of Mr. Mohamed Kone and all the other commissioners of the ECSL based on demonstrated bias and failure to conduct their duties impartially. Of course, that's what we don't do today. They say Kone say no, they resign. But now the conditions in the wire. If I resign and the commissioners say because they not show impartiality. They are partial. In whatever thing they do, they're partial. They are more to cling to the SLPP power than their own duties. So they call for the resignation. Number 4, they say we insist on a rerun of the elections within 6 months to be overseen by credible individuals and institutions who will ensure a fair and transparent process. Yes, for overturn the election. I tell you now, I don't give you all. I say possible. Because it don't happen in other countries. Now Africa, it don't happen. Malawi, it don't happen there once. Kenya, it don't happen there 2 times. Other countries outside Africa, it don't happen there. Even in Africa, other countries the way it don't happen. I just give you few tips there. But if you say go do research, you go find out say it don't happen in other places there. But we want a rerun of the elections. We want a fresh elections. Impossible, because it don't happen. And the new laws when they don't create, especially the laws in February, when the United States and others then create, make it possible for make this rerun it happen. Okay, now number 5. It say we demand the resignation of the following: Faya Selu, the Inspector General of Police; Major General Patrick Lavahun, the Chief of Defense Staff; Abdullahi Koka, the National Secretary Coordinator; Francis Laguma Kelly, the Chief of Staff of the Office of the ONS; and Desmond Babatunde Edwards, the Chief Justice. These individuals have shown a clear disregard for their constitutional duties and have instead aligned themselves with the undemocratic aspiration of Julius Maada Bio. They don't call him president again. We know they call him president again. We don't see. First time they address her as the president, not so. Now, the APC say, we don't recognize him. So they know the term as president. They call him Julius Maada Bio. He's not the president of Sierra Leone. A stolen democratic process. You don't call that person, they say a president. So we know they call her. Number 6. Number 6 say, we will engage our international development partners to advocate for the imposition of travel bans on key individuals who have played instrumental roles in stealing the mandate of the Sierra Leonean people. In addition to these listed in point 5, we urge the inclusion of the illegitimate president, Julius Maada Bio, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Affairs, David Francis, the Chief Minister, Jacob Jusuf Safa, the Deputy Minister of Justice, Umaru Napoleon Kuruma, the Minister of Basic and Social and Senior Secondary Education, David Moinina Senge, the Press Secretary, Keke Thomas Sandi, the Minister of Information, Mohamed Rahman Soare, the Minister of Internal Affairs, David Panda Noah, and his deputy, Lahai Lawrence Lima, the First Lady, Mrs. Fatima Maada Bio, the Deputy Speaker, Sengabo Solomon Thomas, and Dr. Prince Alex Hadi. These are now the people the way they don't call say, therefore impose a ban, a travel ban on them. But other people in they where they not call the names say. But then key people they also therefore put a travel ban on them. Well, we don't know what in the international community will do. Because we know say they go do something. You understand? We know say they go. But there's six, you know, when them they also where APC don't put forward. Conditions they are. You understand? Now difficult conditions there. If they tell you say APC not ready until we do the elections then back. Now the major factor that one day the election get for be rerun again. You understand? And then people also will contribute for make this they all for resign. Therefore resign and new people that come in, and especially the elections for be taken over by new people that will get integrity. Not of people that will not get integrity like they were. They all not get integrity. And they were all chosen on tribal lines. All of them were chosen on tribal lines. And so therefore, this election is not credible. And so, it will be overturned, and there should be a rerun, I say, in 6 months' time. It's possible. As I say, it don't happen in other countries. So it's possible as well. Especially now, where February, stringent measures and don't be taken for anybody where they rig an elections. We don't stand for less anymore. Nobody know they can't tell we what you feel say if for please them. No. The SLPP, you are in for trouble. Especially you, the Pauper, you are in for trouble. Especially you, the 70% many people we not want less and get peace. You are in for trouble. Then there's also somebody send message to me say, hey, no come. Then they said that they don't put your name now. Waiting and call. I say I don't know that. I replied like this. No, like yesterday. Yesterday, I replied the person. I said I don't know. I already don't know. Because I get somebody where they work in the airport. I already don't know. Say my name Dede. So not to way strange. I already know say my name Dede. So you telling me, because you said they work in the airport, you telling me, I say now you just endorse which I don't know already. You don't worry, you don't worry me. As I tell you now, they don't get me now. Any sir, I go sleep again. I get me peace too. See, I go sleep, I get an man. I go walk, I get her. Because I don't take anybody for granted. Now, one thing that I know they ever do, I know they ever take anybody for granted. There is no way I take anybody for granted. Anything you tell me, I check on them. And when this guy tell me yesterday, I say, I know. I say, I know. Somebody don't already tell me for the same airport day. Somebody don't tell me. Me first day, me name Dede. But the only thing they do, now me wrong name. Now wrong name they put for me. The same name what they use on Facebook, now they go put it. And that is not my name. You know, this same name what I get on Facebook, so now they go put. The only thing is me face lady. So if I take Bia, left Bia, which they call, I confuse you. You're not going to know who that me. You can't. If I left me Bia, you know they know who that me. But, ladies and gentlemen, especially within the diaspora, I know they encourage anybody within a salon for do anything. Trust me. For me, I'm your encouragement that day. I they beg yourself, I they plead with you, say don't. Don't come on the air. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Because these people are people who don't get conscience. They don't get nothing. Nothing they don't get inside here. Nothing on the up here. The only two way they don't have for kill. Now only they up here. How they will kill you. That is all they know. So me, I apologize. I they beg you. If you dey in a salon, not do nothing. But if you dey outside of salon, trust me, you get something for play. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go for left one here so far. Tomorrow we go talk about something. Probably we'll elaborate on this letter. Number one. Then we'll probably don't get more information about the issue in Senegal. Then probably we'll talk a little bit about what thing that happened, with regards to the process where they go on so now for ensure that this election say I will not recognize. Then tomorrow we don't know. People that they say sit at home strike tomorrow. Everybody for sit on the house tomorrow. And Mr. said they encourage people, let us sit at home. Because now then can't hear so the which man that they begin see, they no say then people also they see us, then people are now they win the elections, then they try for steal this election from them. Let us sit at home tomorrow and let we recognize and pray and ask God for make us show direction to the leaders of the APC, the international community, the ECOWAS, the AU, the EU, the American embassy, the Carter Foundation, all them people, let us pray for them because they get a whole lot. Yes, I'm telling you, my sister, Salon people that they cry. They're crying. I know the pain it is. I tell you the pain it is. The people feel the loss. They feel the laws. They know say these elections that they get them. They've given it to pursue them. Feel say go change the face of Salone. But now they don't differ from that person. With all of the intimidation, with all what they do, still they were not able to win that elections. They're still not able to win the elections. Let us say if we get a very neutral person for run these elections, SLPP Papa will lost this election more than 70%. I tell you. More than 70% they will lose the elections. In fact, they don't aggravate the people anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, we will talk back tomorrow. Okay then.